true bass players can actually play the bass and look at their watch at the same time. It's really amazing. All right, so I want to break down a little bit about the elusive concept of swing. What is swing? All right, and it's something that you really can't describe very well. So the best way to describe it is to show you what it's not. So what we're going to do is we're going to try very hard not to swing. All right? So basically the essence is if you have a pulse, and that pulse has kind of a feel of 4, because you walk. That's kind of a 4 feel, right? Or 2 feel. So if I think about a march, like John Philip Sousa, it has this real heavy bump. Jazz does everything backwards, right? It's a very interesting thing, and when you teach classical players to play jazz, so many times they'll go, no, that's wrong. No, you don't do it like that's backwards. It's like, well, that's what works, right? That's how jazz works. So, for example, in a march, you're accenting the 1 and 3. Jazz, you accent the opposite, right? So, we're going to do a very simple swing groove. We're going to start with the bass. And what the bass does is he's playing what's the pulse, right? Quarter notes. Now, typically what he does is he gives a very subtle accent to 2 and 4. So what it sounds like, now, Jack accentuates that with that little funny thing called the hi-hat, right?
It used to be called a sock hat. G. Krupa's day, these cymbals were at sock level. They were down here. He put a tube on the thing and raised them up so he could play them up here.
So we're going to start with the bass line, and then Jack's going to add the hi-hat, and it's on 2 and 4. So a lot of times you'll see guys sitting there in the club going, yeah, baby, yeah, man, yeah. They're typically snapping on 2 and 4, right? Because that's where the pulse feels. So let's give this a shot. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, Jack's going to add the ride cymbal. And what he's going to do is he again accents the 2 and 4 a little bit. Now, that's what causes your head to bob. Right? So, then, E flat. We're just going to add a little rhythm here. He can put it wherever he wants. Right? So, beautiful, beautiful. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to do the opposite. And we're going to play Take the A Train, all right, with a real heavy accent on 1 and 3. You're going to put the hi-hat on 1 and 3. Yeah, this goes against everything you're taught, so we might actually not be able to do this, all right? It sounds really arrogant. I don't know if I can't swing, man. I don't know. All right, so we're going to give it a shot, all right? And I'm going to try and play with what are known as straight 8th notes. So what we're going to do is we're going to play the first A, since you guys are now all hip to the form of Take the A Train. We're going to play the first A not swinging, all right? And you're going to, it probably, I've never actually really done this before, so it probably will have a really heavy feel to it. Although, as I was talking with Michael, this actually we might discover a new thing, right? So, but it's very unlikely. All right, so let's give it a shot. then the second one, give me a big roll and a crash, and then the second A, and then we'll swing.
In the second A?
In the second A, okay?
What do we do with the B?
Latin?
Go into Latin. All right, go into Latin on the B section.
There's a
All right, then on the last A, I want you to go into a 6/8 polka feel. It'll be hip. You'll hear it, man. You'll hear it. All right, let's give it a shot. Ready? This is Duke Ellington's "Take the A Train" like you've never heard and hopefully never will hear again. All right, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.